Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Kimberly Knox KK, and this is your weekly KK report. This is a weekly astrological general report of what the energies are like so that you can utilize it in your daily life for easier flow. You can compare it back to your own readings in each of your monthly readings. Make sure you're looking at your sun sign and your rising sign, okay? We are under a full moon, gorgeous, huge pedigree, the closest to the earth moon that we've had in like 69, 70 years approximately, they say. Incredible. You know, the full moons are naturally larger in the fall, and this was great for gathering the crops. You know, when back in obviously Babylonian times, other times, but this is like the whole harvest season. So what a lovely full moon to have just blooming over the weekend. Of course, we already saw it happening, but it was exact this morning. So we're going to continue to see this gorgeous full moon. If you're on the beach, I used to watch amazing moon rises on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. So if you get a chance to do that and it's not too cloudy, oh my goodness, it should be huge orange ball just rising up, and it's just gorgeous to help connect us with everything, you know, that is, and we're just in amazement of everything that's going on constantly. So the elections here in the United States, well, you know, it seems like we've already been surprised. I actually thought that some big surprise might happen in between the election and inauguration, and it looks like, if you want to see, you know, we have this looming Jupiter-Pluto square coming up, and Jupiter is going to be opposing Uranus next year, and it's going to go back and forth as Jupiter moves back and forth with its exact square to Pluto. This Jupiter expands everything that it touches, and this whole Uranus-Pluto squaring, changing our paradigm shift, changing our consciousness, cracking the foundations of what we've known to be real in our own life, changing family traditions, changing the things that we've built on that are totally crumbling and having to be rebuilt. And Pluto in the sign of Capricorn is all about unearthing big business, corporations, and exposing all sorts of, you know, corruption and things like that, and it's cracking. It's already cracking. So we've elected what is a symbol. I mean, Donald Trump is really a symbol of Uranus, extreme, you know, just freedom and difference and wild card. So this is really interesting, and I feel really great about what's going to occur, because it's going to push us in new ways that we don't even know yet. But the old can't stay anymore, and that's what this whole general feeling is about. But this full moon today, for all of us, Taurus, the sign Taurus, Taurus is about our deep values. These are the values that, and this Taurus is a sign of money. It's the sign of self-sufficiency. I mean, my ruler is Taurus, even though I'm not a Taurus, my rising sign ruler. So if that, you have that in your chart, then you pick up those feelings of Taurus. There's other ways to have that Taurus in your chart, sun in the second house as well. But definitely this whole thing of being able to take care of yourself, this is a sign of the entrepreneur, not depending on corporate America. And you know, I've started several businesses and always been able to make my own money, and was an accountant. I mean, these are all Taurus types of things, and so now it's about being independent and not being dependent on somebody else to pave the way for you in finances. It's to get that straightened out. But then it's also, this Taurus full moon, like I said, is that it is at the exact point that Saturn and Jupiter came together in May of 2000. So this is what we're seeing here. If you don't know your value now, Well, it should be staring you in the face, because Venus has been working super duper hard to really get us focused on something that's going to be lasting, and then taking this deep into that passion. When Venus retrograde in the sign of Leo last summer, and the previous retrograde was in Capricorn, and that's all about where she is now. Venus has moved back into Capricorn, so it's getting us really focused on, you know, something that we can build upon. No more superficial relationships that they're not going to carry the weight. That's what's going on right now. So Taurus is, any Taurus and Taurus rising people are having this, you know, deep focus on themselves, and also probably their finances. But for all of us, it is about, what do you have? Understanding that, and then being responsible for your money and your cash flow. So very interesting. So the moon's been void all day long, and void moons just allow us to kind of, you know, catch up with things. It's not a time to start new things, and things kind of don't go as planned. We're usually running late for meetings or appointments, or things get canceled. So it's a really good time to go with the flow. And we're gonna have another void moon on Wednesday. So, you know, so that's some of the bigger stuff that is going on in the sky. But everything that's happening, you know, 2017, it's going to be a 1 year. One is the sign of, you know, replicated of the sign of Aries anyway, and just, you know, breaking free. So it's got breaking free signatures written all over it, which is fabulous. So Tuesday, we're going to break into Tuesday. Tuesday's a Mars day, and Mars has gone into the revolutionary, future thinking, innovative, and inventive sign of Aquarius. Loving this. So because Mars, and I'm going to repeat it again, Mars is in mutual reception with Uranus and Aries. Okay, because Aries ruler is Mars, and Aquarius ruler is Uranus. So they're switching, so they're supporting each other. So it says to go into the direction of breaking free into our own authenticity. Mars is going to be helping that now. So Mars is, you know, come out of this hard nose to the grindstone Capricorn and pushing us forward now into these new ways, and it is supporting us going forward, future thinking, and really innovative, and instilling that in our own life. So bringing that down though to the everyday stuff, all of you Aquarians and Aquarian risings have this extra power right now, because Mars is the planet that helps us take action on our own behalf. So you will have more energy to move forward, depending on, you know, obviously the early Aquarians right now are being triggered because Mars is still in the early signs of Aquarius. So if you're born the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, those are the early signs. You're going to be feeling Mars pushing you, and you just have more personal energy at this time, which I love about that. Wednesday is a Mercury day. So Mercury is super happy, and right now it's, first of all, the day is void. And it's going to go void about 6 a.m. and it stays void until the evening when the moon goes into Gemini. The moon is in Gemini, sorry. When the moon moves out of Gemini and into, hold on, I need my glasses, into the sign of Cancer. So, you know, when the moon's in Gemini, it's great for making connections, and this is about talking, texting, internet, etc., talking to people right around your neighborhood. So building that up, the moon's already in Gemini now. Over the next few days, this is where we're going to be getting, you know, some energy to really move forward. And there's just many opportunities now to connect. So that we're bringing forth, we're releasing what we need to, and we're bringing forth this real deep sense of just our own independence. Because Jupiter Uranus is affecting us, Jupiter Pluto is affecting us at these deep levels. These are our own foundations that we're pushing forward in. So all of us are probably, in some way making some big changes. And if you fight Pluto, gosh, it's really hard. If it's sitting on your sun, you're upgraded. You're never the same. You're upgraded. That's what Pluto wants to do. And when it burns off the grass, it comes back greener. If it's on your moon, it's about transforming your home life, your emotions. So when it's on you personally, and you can tell that from a personal chart reading, you really feel it that much more strongly. And so in this general sense, that's what it's doing for all of us. It's this massive transformation and change in consciousness. And this is what we need. So Wednesday again is a void day. So really just take care of all of the things that have been building the last couple of days. And of course, the full moon sometimes is stronger a few days after. So we're able to kind of digest, and I like that. What's going on Thursday? Okay, so Thursday is a Jupiter day, so we're really feeling this because next Thursday it's going to be exact on, and that is Thanksgiving Day. So this is going to be an exciting time here, pushing us. The moon moves into Cancer. This is about emotions regarding family, emotional security, just emotions in general. So it's about trying to stay more emotionally grounded, but the sun is also in Scorpio. So this could be sometime Thursday and Friday when we may need to clear out some old emotions and old wounds that deal possibly with family, because we're changing family traditions. We've got to move forward, and some things might come up at this time. And so this is when every Thursday Jupiter is there, and so this Thursday and next Thursday, this, what we're hearing in the news is Jupiter expanding this whole transformation and just big change with corporations, and with our federal government, and we're seeing that now. So it's really exposing all of that, bringing it out, making it large and big. It's this world shift, and like I said, the world shift started when we had these out-of-planet clashes, 7 exact from June 2012 to March 2015. So we see it with Trump because he is Uranus. So let's see how this plays out. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm hoping that it's just exactly what we need. So Friday is, Venus is super strong now. Venus is moving up into wholeness. She'll be whole. I believe it's going to be in Pisces, but it's on January the 13th when she reaches that. So she's really strong now. She is in the sign of Capricorn, and and it's a day where the moon is going to be going into Leo in the evening, and there's Mercury is going to be teaming up with Uranus at this time. So this should be kind of interesting. There could be some foggy thinking around this time, so be careful of any decisions that you have to make, because it is very Neptune coming to this weekend, because Neptune is stationing to go direct. So there might be some things that are revealed to us, and that's what happens when Neptune becomes very strong. There's this unveiling of stuff. And with this new moon coming up at the end of the month on the 29th, the new moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is there. The sun is there with Saturn, but it is being squared by Neptune. And what is Neptune? Well, on the great side of Neptune, it's our vision and Saturn applying this ability to build a foundation. But on the other side, there can be things that we're not knowing that are going on beneath our nose. Deception, lies, and other things that may come out. But being tapped into this vision that we have, and that's really important. Neptune was really strong at the last new moon, and Neptune's strong in the sky. But with Neptune, with Saturn, it can be dissolving with Saturn, and Saturn is the tradition and the rules, and so we're seeing how this is working in our own life. Just be aware and wise to things that you think might be going on but are not, and then keeping yourself moving forward with that vision, but taking action on it. So that's what's really important, to be inspired. All entrepreneurials know that when you capture this, but you've got to keep moving forward, taking action, breaking down big projects into small action plans that keep us going forward, keeping that vision of what we're moving forward to. So this is Saturday. Saturday is Neptune. It's Neptune stationing, and we've got the moon in the sign of Leo. It's this grand, bigger, bold, loving, heartfelt. So how this whole heart center, and I really feel that if we are tapping into our value, our creative self-expression at this time, it's a really great use of this heavy Neptune type of energy as well. And I believe that Venus is in a nice, it's very romantic. That's what Neptune is. Leave Neptune, because that's the mystery and the glamour and the romance. So utilize, Saturday's romantic side. I love that part of it. Definitely plan a really great dinner out. And then on Sunday, we've got the sun at the last 29 degrees of Scorpio and the moon in Leo. And Scorpio is really about, it's connecting deeply with what we know we want to move forward with, and being able to release the stuff that has to go from our life that represents the past, that's not supporting us. So that's pretty exciting what's happening. And this is the full moon, so please go out and enjoy it, but know that this is big. So where are you tapping into your values? Sitting down and writing about what you're grateful for. It keeps you tapped into abundance, and that's what Taurus is about as well. And recognizing what your strengths are, because being tuned into your strengths is of power, but also and astrology is amazing for self-awareness. We need to be self-aware of what we're not so great at and be fine with that, and to hire people or to get the help of garnish the assistance of others that are, while we're pushing forward in our strengths, because that's what Taurus is about. And then capturing some responsibility around your ability to take care of yourself, self-sufficiency, the money that you make, and know that it's your value that is how you feel about yourself. And if you're going forward in an authentic way, showing your light to the world, and then you're coming from this whole Taurus place. So whatever was seeded back in May of 2000 is like really being accentuated now. So tap into that, and maybe meditate, do a little breathing exercises around your vision of what you want for the future, so you can bring that forth. And that's tapping into the power that these planetary arrangements allow us to capture. So thank you for watching and sharing my videos, spending time with me, and subscribing to my channel. You guys are what makes it all great. And send me an email at kk@kkastrology.com if you would like your own personal reading. Have a fabulous week.